What does it actually mean to protect and provide? Because if protecting only means from the danger outside and providing only means money, then yeah, the math never feels balanced. And I'm crushing it at what I'm doing. But what if those words were never meant to be that narrow? This isn't a parenting podcast. I've got 6 kids and I'm still in the middle of it. The Dad Tribes podcast is about reflection and perception, taking the weight, pressure, and struggles of fatherhood and changing how we see them so they stop breaking us and start building us. Let's dive in. All right, today I wanted to talk about protect and provide because I believe these two words define fatherhood. So I wanted to dive into it. For a long time, I believed something that just made complete sense to me. A woman handles the laundry, a man handles the bills, especially in homes where the man works and the woman stays at home. That framework felt clear, defined, and it felt fair. And because it felt fair, I never really questioned it until I started asking a different question. Here's the question I used to ask. When money gets tight, she's not jumping in to help provide. When there's a noise outside, she's not the one jumping up to go check it out. So why am I expected to protect and provide and also help with the house? In a world that's constantly talking about equality, that just didn't sound very equal to me. And if I'm being honest, a lot of men are still quietly asking that same question. Most of us don't ask it out loud because of the backlash that we'll get from it, but we are asking it internally. And it's a fair question if it's the right one. The problem wasn't that the question was dishonest. All right. The problem was that it always led me to the same dead end. Because when we frame leadership as a transaction, I do my part, you do yours, everything turns into scorekeeping. Who worked more, who rested more, who's pulling their weight. And once you start keeping score at home, your connection quickly and quietly just disappears. And it's not because anyone is wrong, it's because the question itself is too small. At some point, I stopped asking, why do I have to do my role and help with hers? And started asking something else. What does it actually mean to protect and provide? Because if protecting only means from the danger outside and providing only means money, then yeah, the math never feels balanced. And I'm crushing it at what I'm doing. But what if those words were never meant to be that narrow? Here's what changed everything for me. I didn't stop believing in protecting and providing. I stopped defining them so narrowly. What if protection also includes protecting the mental load inside the home? What if providing also includes providing support when the weight shifts during the day? Not instead of financial provision and not instead of physical protection, but in addition to. That question didn't accuse me, it just invited me to think differently. Now, here's what's important, all right? This isn't about saying everything is on the man. It's not about carrying the entire household alone. Marriage and family have always been shared. Roles do still exist, strengths do still matter, and division of labor still makes sense. The shift isn't about doing everything, it's about being willing to step in when the weight moves. That's not imbalance, that's adaptability. And adaptability is part of leadership. So, for example, I am the protector and provider of my home. I am the breadwinner. I take care of my family. When I came home and started noticing an issue in my relationship with my wife, all I did was I took one task off of her plate. All I did was, all right, she hates laundry, absolutely hates it. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. You throw clothes in a washer or dryer, you pull them out, you fold them, have the kids put them up. It's not a big deal for me. But that was one of many tasks on her plate on a daily basis, raising 6 kids. So now I took that off of her plate. All I did was take laundry off her plate, nothing else. She still is responsible for the majority of the household and all that. And she has no problem with that. But that one thing that I took off of her plate completely changed the dynamic in our relationship. I'm not playing both roles. I'm just contributing to just one of her tasks, of her many tasks in a day. The question that changed in my home wasn't, is it fair? Is it fair that I have to go to work, provide all day, take care of a team, lead a movement, have chapter leaders or all across the country I'm responsible for, tens of thousands of members I'm responsible for, and then I got to come home and do laundry? It was, what does this season need from me right now? It's not forever. It's not every day. I don't do laundry every day. I do it during the weekends. It's right now. I didn't redefine protect and divide. What I did was I expanded it. And when I stopped fighting for what's fair and started thinking in terms of support and protection as a whole, the tension eased. The connection in my house strengthened, and home stopped feeling like a negotiation. Maybe the issue isn't that men are unwilling. Maybe we've just been asking the wrong question. And the answers don't change until the question does. I'll see you tomorrow.